Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amy and this is Hudson Valley Tarot. Today I'm doing something very different. It's not different. It's the first time I'm doing it, but you see all over YouTube they do pick-a-pile readings. I just got this deck today. I have not done a reading with it. This deck is the Alleyman Tarot by 7. They are an independent publisher. Their publishing name is Publishing Goblin, and this was basically a Kickstarter campaign, and it was one of the I think it was the most successful tarot Kickstarter campaign in Kickstarter history. So I just got it today. I went through the deck. I made a video of it, going through the cards I chose for the tarot deck, the cards I chose for the oracle deck, and the cards I've decided to exclude from my working version. And what I'd like to do now is I'm dying to do a reading, but I don't want to do a reading for myself. I'd like to do a reading for you, the viewer. And so what I'm going to do is I have gotten out another one of my favorite decks, the Holistic Astrological Cards. And rather than giving one question for this video, I'm going to create 3 piles. And I am going to pull for each pile one of the house cards for from this deck. And that will be the topic for that pile. 7th house is love, 5th house, 1st house, and just depending on which one it is, you can choose the house that you feel you need answers for at this point in time. And then I will do the readings, and I will tag the readings down below with a timestamp so that you can go to the reading that is for you. Okay, so without further ado, I will start by choosing 3 cards so we know what the topics for this reading will be. Let me get these out of the way. Okay, let's pick the questions that the viewers need to hear. What topics do the viewers need to hear? Okay. Okay, first one. Okay, this is the second one. And this is the third one right here. You know what? I think there's got to be a 4th one. Okay, there's going to be 4 readings. 4 piles with 4 readings. Okay, so let's see what we have as the topic of our 4 readings. I drew the 8th house. Okay, these are spiritual issues. If you're looking to receive a message from your guides or to understand something that's very spiritual in nature, towards your spiritual development or anything of that nature, you would choose this reading. The 2nd house is the 5th house. This house is about self-expression. This would explore your arts and your talents, your full potential. So if you really need to understand what your full potential is, if you have a creative expression and you need to know more information around that, this would be the reading for you. Okay, Here we have the third house. That is about communication, social communication, how to work with people. So if you have issues with people, around people, relationships, I would choose this one. And finally, the 11th house, which is about your career or vocation, or even just your higher purpose, like what are you meant to do? What is, not just what is your career, but what is the meaning of that career? So like, what do you need to feel fulfilled? Maybe there is a new direction you need to go to, or maybe you need more information on a path you're already on and you just need clarification on something, then this would be the reading for you. All right, so now I will go ahead and pause the video and draw the cards for each of the readings, and then we'll come right back. Okay, so here are the cards for the 8th house, which again is spiritual potential, spiritual development. I'm going to read what she writes in the book as well. I am by no means a astrology expert, so I think we can glean some good information. And the card is special, so it's a spiritual portal, according to the author, Karni Zor. This card is special because it is attached to a dimension higher than the arena of everyday happenings. It connects us to spiritual realms that are outside the usual perception of reality and time. So you're getting a message from another realm. It allows connection to higher consciousness, to the magic and mystery that motivate the world, allowing us to receive guidance from higher sources. So you will be receiving guidance from higher sources. The 8th house points to spiritual development and to a higher view about a situation. It intimates that the solution is not in the physical domain, but rather in the domain of the spirit and in the way that we perceive reality. So this card can be used to open with, in order to connect to an elevated perspective for a higher view and understanding. It's highly recommended to use this card for spiritual meditation that will connect to higher realms and allow us to meet the higher consciousness of existence. So that is really good to explain what this reading is about. It is basically what you need to hear regarding your life right now from a higher realm, and to understand what's going on in your life right now from a more spiritual perspective. Now, I use jumper cards. The Sun card jumped out in the middle, right side up, but let's see what the other two cards are. So the 3 of Wands reversed and the 7 of Pentacles reversed, both surrounding the Sun. Interesting. Okay, now let's get at least one oracle card. I only take it if one flips out, so this might take a minute. It's a new deck, so it's not really broken in yet. Okay. Hand of the Hunter. It's very interesting that we got this one. So this card, the Hand of the Hunter, this is about connecting us and being appreciative of all the things that we get from Earth. And there is a spiritual connection, and that we can't, and this is saying that we can't just be consumers. We have to be aware when we're consuming things that they all come from the earth. Even these crystals come from the earth. You might use them for your spiritual practice, but the earth gave them up for you. So you have to give thanks back for that. You have to do things back. And that is a spiritual thing. So we also have the Sun, which is a very positive card. So I'm getting the message that things might be hanging in the balance here. There is an impatience regarding this. There's something that you want to get started or you're fighting for passionately. It's very important to you. But I think you need to change the way you go about it. You can't sit back and wait for things to happen. You really need to make things happen right away. No waiting, no being patient. It might be too late if you do. And this is the message from Spirit for you. With the Sun card in the center here is that you know what you have to do, and it's just a matter of doing it. And it's time to stop stalling. It's time to stop stalling. The Sun card is about freedom. It's about clarity and finally knowing what you need to do and shedding light on it. And with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles reversed, I'm sensing that the impatientness, but really kind of standing around and waiting for something to happen. So you need to be more aware of what the things that you are doing and how they affect the resources of this world. And that is the message that I have for you. Okay, I had 4 cards jump out of the deck for this question. The question being house number 3. How can I fully express myself? What is my form of self-expression? Or how can the cards help me uncover my hidden talents? So, and I'm going to go in the book like I did with the first pile and read what she says about the 5th house. The 5th house deals with the way in which we express our potential and how our inner richness is released to the world. It deals with all those things we love to do and the gifts and talents with which we are blessed. It reminds us of our ability of self-expression in a creative way. The 5th house encourages us to radiate and shine and to enjoy and live life to its fullest. This is a most positive card to any question asked because it speaks of expressing outwardly our inner world in a powerful yet enjoyable fashion. And here's how it relates to it as a question. This card can be used as an opener in order to discover the way to fulfill our potential and uncover our talents. And that's what we're going to be doing this reading. We're going to discover how to fulfill our potential and uncover our talents. So what do we need to do that? Here we have the Judgment reversed, the High Priestess, Strength reversed, and the World reversed. Okay. Also draw our oracle card from the Alleyman deck. So this is very, very, very speaks volumes. We have 4 major arcana cards here. Okay, and here is our oracle card. It's a Joker card. So a Joker card is a connector card. It's a wild card. It can mean whatever we need it to mean. So these are all reversed cards except for the High Priestess. The High Priestess is right side up. And sometimes what she is saying to us is that what is going to pan out for us, our story, our path is not always what we want it to be or how we see it. In other words, you're fighting whatever it is that is your talent that you need to release to the world. You are fighting it, and it's due to insecurity. You're not feeling like you're worthy enough. I see in this particular world card, the cracked mirror, like you can't, almost like you can't stand the sight of yourself, or you're not sure how how it will reflect to the world. So what I'm telling you here with this Joker card is that you need to be yourself. You need to free yourself. You are trapped right now. This Judgment card is screaming to me that you're trapped, that you need to release yourself. You are your own prisoner right now. And in order to fully bloom, you need to stop worrying about what other people think of you. You need to let yourself be a little vulnerable so that all of your talents can come out. And with the High Priestess here, maybe that talent is reading the tarot cards. Maybe you're worried about what other people will think of your readings. But the High Priestess here is saying this is where you're meant to go, wherever this is. Just you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. I see this woman making the beautiful music here, and you have a gift to bring. She's bringing the gift of song. You have a gift to give. Do not hide it. This is very important reading. This is a very important reading. This is a huge message for you to believe in yourself. I'm feeling drawn to draw one more oracle card for each side of the Joker. Would like more information? What is this Joker card a bridge for? What two messages does it need to connect so that this person can reveal their true self and their true hidden talents? What do they need to do to believe in themselves? Two cards, please. Two cards to help give us clarity on what that Joker is a bridge for. Okay, there's one. One more card, please. Okay, well, that is two cards. Okay, kittens, nice. Okay. The Traitor. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm reading these right side up. Somebody you trusted you're worried about being an outcast. You're worried about being an outcast, and I'm getting the feeling that you've tried this before and it's not worked, whatever it is that you're meant to be doing. You've tried it before and it has not worked, but there's someone that you trusted that has let you down tremendously and maybe even made you feel like an outcast. But there is a real family for you out there. And I have to do this all over. I don't want to lose this reading, but I just realized you can't see the oracle cards in the bottom. I apologize for that. Okay, that's better. So this card is called the Traitor. This card, I am going to pull out the Alleyman's Tarot book because there's a lot of great information. And because the cards are not numbered, I have to really leaf through it to find it. But I remember reading about this card, and I really loved what he had to say, and I want to read that for you. Because it's about finding not your blood family, but your true family, your heart family. It's about being an outcast, but finding comfort with others like you. And I guess I really don't have to find it now because, oh, here it is. It's called The Queen of Strays. And it says, I think a lot about the kids whose parents shouldn't have had them for various reasons. We often find our own families, don't we? Especially the queer, the forgotten, the abandoned. The blood of survival is thicker than the water of the womb, or whatever that line is. The point is, we find our own and keep one another safe the best we can. The Queen of Strays is that mother of children vast and different. She is a sign that you should lean on your found family, that you should support others in your community who need you. No person is unwanted. You deserve to be loved, and so do the others in your life. And it's right below the Strength reversed card with the insecurity and helplessness. And this card is saying you are loved. You are part of something much bigger and important and special. Don't give up on yourself. The lightning in the bottle. I love this card. I love this card so much. It's basically, what are the chances of you catching lightning in a bottle? Almost zero. But you have to keep throwing it out there. You have to keep putting it out there. And one day you're going to catch that magic. You cannot stop. You have to keep going. That's what this card is saying. You may have tried and failed before, and maybe someone discouraged you from continuing. And that is why you have these insecurities right now. But the High Priestess is saying this is your destiny. And the Joker here is saying that this person that betrayed you maybe is a family member that you loved and trusted. Well, they're not the ones that are important to anyone anymore. There is your found family that you need to rely on. And the big message here is don't stop. Don't give up. Because when you do succeed, it's going to be amazing. So that is your reading. It is truly an amazing reading. And I send out the most positive energy for you, that you will succeed in whatever it is you do, and that you will shine. Thank you for pile number 2 of the 5th house. All right. The 3rd pile is on communication, house number 3, and I'm going to read what the creator of this deck says about house number 3, communication. The 3rd house examines the way we communicate with the surroundings and the way we weave the fabric of our social connections. If asking for guidance, this card is a reminder that man is a social creature surrounded by people. A great part of our life involves communicating in society. This card asks us to look at how we explain ourselves and our ability to form relationships. If the question deals with earning a living, the card indicates a need for more marketing and advertising. If the question deals with romance, it speaks of social relationships. If the question is about family or relationships with colleagues, this card recommends better communication. So here is the key sentence here. The card can be used as an opener in a full reading to clarify something about friends or to get guidance on how to speak, converse, or approach people. All right, so I shuffled off camera for the other readings, but I'll just continue shuffling now. Okay. What does this person need to know about how to approach people in their given situation. I'm sorry, I wait for cards to jump out, so this might be a little while, but that's how I do it. How does this person need to communicate in this situation? Oops. Those will not be counted because they fell out. Clumper. Oops. Please help us know how this person can best communicate. Sorry, it's a new deck, so it's not broken in yet. This is kind of why I was shuffling off camera for the rest of the readings, but I don't know. I just felt I had to do this one recorded. So what can this person best communicate in their situation? Please give us the cards to help us understand how we can best communicate. This is the card. Okay. Nine of Cups. Oh, sorry, the Fool reverse was already flipped. And the Moon reversed. Very interesting. Okay. I'm getting an impression that somebody might be inebriated or have a problem with drugs or drinking that you need to deal with. Excess in something. Please give us more information on how they need to communicate. How can they be understood? I'm seeing the Moon reverse as a failure to be understood correctly here. Please give us more information on how to best communicate. In this situation. How? Okay. There's one oracle card. All right. Okay. So this very interesting. This card here, according to the guidebook, is about giving in to your decadent desires. And I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of being told here that you just need to let go and have fun and stop worrying about how you're going to communicate. The way to express yourself is by acting it out, so to speak, by doing. You might be dealing with someone. I initially had a strong, and I think I'm going to draw another card because it's as if you desire or need something from this person, but they're in their own world. They're not getting it. They're not understanding. And I want to draw one more card about how you can reach them. Please give us more information on how we can reach this person or these people. Please give us more details on how we can reach this person or people in the best way possible. Let them have fun. Let them have fun. Let them experience. Maybe you need to reach them by giving them a positive experience that can make an impression. Yes. Okay. Come on, one more card, please. One more card. Okay. Okay. Forget about being productive. This is not about being productive. This is about enjoyment. Let go of the need to be practical all the time and let yourself have some fun. I think the message here to communicate better is to not communicate verbally, but to communicate through actions and activities and integrating with people by expressing yourself in a physical way, maybe a sexual way if this is romance or something, but don't expect, don't be nitpicky, don't go into details, don't make this something that's not fun. That is the message I am getting here. And I'm not so I mentioned excess and inebriation, or maybe even addiction here. And I feel like maybe that might be the situation of the person you're trying to reach. And like I said, the way to reach them is through some physical sort of way. Words and practical speaking are not going to make sense to them right now. Okay, I would like to read what they have written in here about the Eight of Pentacles. And it has not escaped me that these are both eights. Okay. I just have to find it. Okay, so I found it in the book. I'm sorry that took a while. So, for the Eight of Pentacles, in the Alleyman says in his book, giving yourself over to absolute pleasure. Okay, and this is reversed as well. They're both reversed. I just realized that too. I've got to say, sometimes advice is just to go eat the entire jar of Nutella with a spoon. Sometimes good advice is literally to go jerk one out, or I guess to get fucked by an octopus. It's up to you. Go do that dirty feel-good thing, that guilty pleasure, just lean in on it. In reverse, you are a victim of your own pleasures. So your vices are being indulged too often, and you're as much a victim to them now as you are beholden to them for the journey. We should feel comfortable feeling good, but spending all our time just seeking that out is what prevents us from finding joy in where we already are. Not to mention, these habits tend to have a cost, like money or otherwise. So, very interesting. So, I'm going to ask the difficult question, and I'm going to say, are you the one with the problem? Are you the one that needs to snap out of it so that you can express your pain or your grief or whatever it is you're trying to cover up? And the Eight of Discs reverse here. In reverse, I see a manic drive to dive ceaselessly into your skilled work. It doesn't matter what it accomplishes. You do it out of necessity at this point. This is not safe. And beyond doing or making a thing, you have to sell it or make it saleable in some way if you want it to support you. You are so caught up in the details of your work that you're forgetting the other formalities of being alive. Wake up. So this is a call. This is a wake-up call. For whoever is listening to this reading, this is a wake-up call for you. You or the person you are trying to reach is in a bad way. They're in a rut. They're stuck. They're stuck in excess, and really they're going to have a hard time being spoken to. So maybe the message here is to act upon it. Like there's no talking to this person. There's no talking to them or reasoning with them right now. They're not capable. The moon reversed is all about obscurity and hidden meat. So there really is, and the Fool reverse is about really kind of immaturity, rashness. You could see this particular Fool is partying. So this person needs rescuing right now, not reasoning, not talking to, not trying to follow a agenda or a workbook here. There needs to be an intervention. Okay, so that was pretty deep, but that is what I got from the cards and from the book. And I really hope that this message helps someone. So now we will go to the next and last reading. All right, we are on the last reading. This is for the 11th house, the House of Vocation. And I am going to read from the book and how she explains this house. It can take someone a lifetime to understand what his or her vocation is. This is the most significant thing we come to this world for. This is the most significant thing we came to this world for. And when living it, we touch most meaningfully the lives of other people and contribute to them in their life's journey, thereby assisting the evolution of humanity and the world. For any question asked, this card hints that the subject asked about is connected in some way to our destiny and has a purpose higher than meets the eye. The 11th house card can be used to examine what our vocation is or assay new directions, developments, and progress concerning our vocation. This card can be used to get in touch with the higher purpose of any subject. So if that is you, if you are looking for your higher purpose and more meaning in your vocation, this reading is for you. I wait for jumper cards, and we're going to have 3 cards jump out. And we ask you, Spirit, to give us more meaning, more direction on our vocation. What do we need to know? What is the message concerning our vocation in life? What is our meaning in life? What is our path? What do we need to know about what is coming up in our vocation, in our career, our jobs? How will we reach the world? We ask for guidance. Well, here is the first card, and it is the Knight of Rings reversed. Card, what we need to know about our vocation. What do we need to know about our vocation? What do we need to know, please, about our vocation? One more card, please. Okay, 2 more cards, and we'll take the 10 of Cups upright. All right, I think I know what we're going at here. This card is still upside down, so okay, we have the 3 of Wands reversed, the 8 of Swords reversed, and finally, the 10 of Cups, right side up. Right side up. Why are you torturing yourself, trying to learn and acclimate yourself into something where you don't fit in? That's what's screaming to me here. You need to do what makes you happy. Let's see what Oracle card Spirit has for us. We ask for more information regarding our vocation. How can we change this block that we have, this mental block that's keeping us from expressing our passions and what we really are desiring to do? What brings us fulfillment and joy? Okay. We ask for at least 1 or 2 cards. The cards are not broken in, so they're not flipping out fast. Oh, all right. It's saying you need to have more fun. I mean, this means get out there and do more. Something maybe even involves more teamwork, working together. I'm going to pull another card. Can we be a little more specific, Spirit? What can help us? You need to take more breaks, more work-life balance here. You're trying too hard to force your brain to think a certain way, and it's just not meant to think that way. And okay. All right, I have to look this one up. I don't remember what the dog meant. The dog does not look happy. It looks a little scared too. All right, let's see here. The Ace of Hounds is the extra suit in this deck. The hound is domesticated, but still all teeth and nose, a hunter at its core. The Ace of Hounds reminds you that you have teeth to bite with and senses that feed your instinct. You need to let go of all that overthinking and just crawl on the ground like a beast. Figure it out with your claws. The world has clear meaning when you're hunting. Nuances die there between your jaws. Be wary, someone may be lording over you in this card. Your owner, who is letting you think you're this raw beast. So, wow. So, again, the hound that's forced into domestication, and it's like you're being forced into doing something that you're just not meant to do. You need to just let yourself work the way you like to work. You need to be in an environment where you can do that. I want to look up this 9 card. Hold on. I definitely see that as having more balance in your life and doing things that you like to do, because I have the feeling you're overworking yourself here and you're not getting this happiness. Or maybe you think that's what makes you happy, but it's not. This is a card to remind you to play games, to put down the serious things in life and have fun. Too often we forget we're allowed to keep playing no matter how old we get. Yeah, don't stereotype yourself into a certain way of thinking or working. Work does not have to be hard or difficult to be meaningful, to be profitable. Like, you can make money doing things you enjoy. You can do things that make you happy and make a good living. Stop forcing yourself to be someone you're not. And don't let anyone else tell you you need to behave a certain way. Yeah, you definitely are being kind of forced to behave and think and work in a certain way. And it's not what you are. It's not what you are. No, you need to do things different. You need to free yourself to be yourself. Don't be the domesticated dog. Go do what makes you happy. Yes, for sure. Yeah, then, you know, you're just not going anywhere with all this analytical bullshit. And then this Three of Wands, it's like your creativeness, your creative expression is just totally swamped by all this and buried by all these rules and analytical thinking and, ways of working that are forced upon you, and you just want to be happy. And that's what you need to do. You need to allow that wildness to come out, and just do what you were born to do. What were you born to do, I ask? And again, work-life balance is very important. So plan your time off. Plan time for yourself and take it. Get physical, get exercise, go for walks, get away from your desk or work area or whatever you're tied to. That's going to just really burn out your brain soon. So, well, I hope that wasn't too harsh. I hope that helped you. And that is the last reading. I've really, really loved working with this. I think this system is going to be used quite often. I even like the idea of using these house cards as a lead off on the topic of the questions. Yeah, I did use the book a lot, but this, like I said, this is a new deck, so I'm really kind of getting to know it. But this was just wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I'd really love to do more of these. Let me know if you'd be interested, and in the comments you could tell me, would you even like more readings with this deck like this, or maybe I could do it with other decks. And do you like the idea of using the house cards as like a topic for the actual reading? Let me know if you like that too. All right, so that is it for today. I thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.